sometimes those good decisions are the hardest to make. Those things that are gonna put you forward, to excel, to make you hit, you know, that gas pedal. Sometimes you have to make that hard decision first, and sometimes you have to struggle some before you actually reap those benefits, all right? Sometimes it's just not gonna work itself out. Sometimes you just can't keep hitting your head against the wall expecting different things. Sometimes you just gotta really rattle it. You gotta shake things up. You gotta do things in a new way to kind of get different results, all right?
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
Alright, y'all, here we are back with another episode of Midwest Anxiety Daily. Let's go. Starting to feel the energy. It's the holiday season. Fa la 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 la. It's not Christmas time though yet. It's not Christmas time, y'all. We got Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is probably, I mean, Christmas is, it's the real deal. Christmas is the holiday of the year, but close behind it is Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Just a time each year. I wish I would do it more during the year. That's something every Thanksgiving I say, like, I'm just gonna be more intentional about my giving. I'm gonna be more grateful. It's just a time to look back on the year and just be grateful and for the things that we do have in our life, y'all. I think there's a lot of time that we think about our limitations and just what we don't have. Thanksgiving is a great time just to spend thinking about the things that we do have, and of course all the food, y'all. Of course all the food at Thanksgiving. So I'm getting excited about Thanksgiving and spending time with friends and family. We got that turkey trot on Thursday, Thanksgiving, that we're gonna do. So excited about that. We got some fun stuff coming out for that. But anyway, here we are. We got a boatload of clients today. Actually, today is the only day this week that I'll be seeing clients. So just is from wall to wall. It's from sun up to sundown. It's from tick to talk. It's all clients all day long. It's the gas. We got the foot on the gas, not on the brake kind of day. All right, y'all? All right. Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. Something I want to talk about today. I like talking an analogy. I think this is an analogy. I don't know. I'm not good at that English stuff. What's the difference between a metaphor and an analogy? I don't know. I don't know if this is an analogy, a metaphor, a sequence. I don't know what this is. But anyway, all right, y'all. Sometimes we talk about avoidance and how avoidance really is a way for us to not have to deal with the stuff that is painful, okay? So I talk with clients about this idea that the struggles in life, the things that are difficult, the things that are painful are like thorns. You know what a thorn is? Okay, you know, like those needles, like, you know, like on rose bushes, where, okay, you know, like at the point on the end, where they're like thorns. The struggles and things that are uncomfortable, difficult to talk about, they're thorns. And it's like a thorn that's inside of you. Think about a thorn. When you go to touch a thorn that's inside of you, it hurts, right? Well, think about if you have these thorns on you, like these struggles are thorns, okay? And you're walking by and you're walking into a room and you actually bump, you bump that thorn on, like, you know, the door frame. That would hurt, right? Right? So, or maybe you're going up to shake someone's hand and you have a thorn, you have a struggle. It's like a struggle with a thorn, right? You guys stay with me. You avoid shaking someone's hand because you don't want to touch that thorn. You don't want to touch that thorn. So you walk around all the time with all these thorns, all right? You guys stay with me on this, stay with me. You walk around trying to avoid touching these thorns, because the more that you touch the thorns, or the more that you talk about the struggles, the more difficult it is. All right, so you just basically walk around life like avoiding, like walking through doorways. You walk, or you avoid shaking people's hands. You avoid doing all this stuff. Well, guys, guess what? The thorns are still in you. The thorns are still in you. You're going to avoid doing all this stuff, and you're going to have to just keep avoiding going through all those walkways, shaking hands, to not get hurt. Sometimes, y'all, what we need to do is we need to get that bacon. That's how you know how to take a thorn out, because that's what I do. That's what we do. That's how you wrap it in bacon, right? You wrap that thorn in bacon. Well, I'm not saying you wrap the struggle in bacon, but you guys see where I'm going with this. You wrap the thorn in bacon, and then I guess maybe this is a wise tale, maybe it's not. I think I learned this when I was younger. That salt will open up the pores. That's what I guess anyway. That's what I heard. I don't think I ever wrapped a thorn in bacon, but you guys get where I'm going with this, right? Is that thorn needs to come out. When that thorn comes out, then you don't have to avoid touching those thorns anymore, because then you'll heal, right? The same way with struggles, right? Same with struggles is that you need to talk about those struggles. You need to talk about the things that are bothering you, because as you talk about the things that are bothering you, it's like pulling out the thorn. Like you're pulling out the thing that's painful. You're pulling it out. You're getting it outside of you. All right, so my analogy or my metaphor or whatever I'm talking about here is, the idea is that we need to talk. We need to talk more about the things that are bothering us. Now, I understand there may be some people that you just don't feel comfortable talking to. I totally get that. That's fine. But my hope is that you have at least someone that you can go to, and you're like, hey, will you wrap me in bacon? Will you wrap me in bacon so I can pull out all my thorns, right? Hopefully there's someone that you could go to be able to talk to about just all the struggles, y'all. And my hope is that once you talk about all those struggles, you just feel better. You feel better, all right? It's not if you struggle, it's when you struggle, because I believe everyone struggles. It's when you struggle. Can you pull out those thorns? Can you talk about those struggles so you feel better? Get that? Get that? All right, y'all. Let's get this. Let's get this. Pull out those thorns. Pull out those thorns. Don't leave those thorns in there. Leaving those thorns in there hurt. And once you leave them in there, they just go deeper and deeper and deeper. And sometimes you just can't get those thorns out. They stay in there forever because they go so deep, y'all. They go so deep. All right? Pull out your thorns. Pull out your thorns. I talk a lot with clients about this. Think about this. Sometimes you have to let go of who you thought you were to become who you really are, okay? Sometimes you think that you are a certain way, or life is supposed to be this way, and you just keep hitting your head against the wall. You keep running into road bumps. Things are just not happening. They're not clicking in your life. And you're like, why do they keep going this way? Why does my life keep happening this way? Sometimes, y'all, we have to make tough decisions. Sometimes we have to make tough decisions, and when we make those tough decisions, sometimes we got to shake things up. We got to shake things up, and I'm a firm believer, and sometimes you got to really shake things up so it can change the dynamics. It can change how things are. So then it's like you gotta filter out all that stuff that's not working. All right, you gotta filter out all that stuff that's not working, so you can find the things that do work. And sometimes what I talk about is you gotta take things to zero. You gotta really take things to zero, because sometimes you're losing things aren't going well, and you're always trying to get above water, right? You're trying to always get above water, right? And what happens is, sometimes what we got to do is we just got to put our head under the water. We got to be like, I got to stop trying so hard. I got to stop working so hard for something that's not working out for me. All right? And it's a lot easier then just to get my head above water, because I can start from the bottom and work my way up, all right? Instead of always falling and things not working out. So sometimes what we have to do is we have to adjust our expectations and just try to work on things in a different way, y'all. Sometimes you have to let go. You have to let go of how you think life is supposed to be, so you can create that new life, so you can create that new way of doing things. All right, I hope that makes sense. Really, really hard decisions. Sometimes those good decisions are the hardest to make. Those things that are gonna put you forward, to excel, to make you hit, you know, that gas pedal. Sometimes you have to make that hard decision first, and sometimes you have to struggle some before you actually reap those benefits, all right? Sometimes it's just not gonna work itself out. Sometimes you just can't keep hitting your head against the wall expecting different things. Sometimes you just gotta really rattle it. You gotta shake things up. You gotta do things in a new way to kind of get different results, all right? All right, remember this. You can only see, when you shake things up, you can only see what you're gonna lose, all right? You're gonna see what you're gonna lose. It's hard to see what you're gonna gain. That's the unknown. You don't know what you're gonna gain. You can only see what you're gonna lose, all right? And sometimes we make decisions based off of what we're gonna lose instead of what we're gonna gain. And you don't know what you're gonna gain. The gain is unknown. It's to be determined. It's like, okay, we're gonna have to let life play out and see what life gives us, all right? We're gonna have to see what life gives us. All right, y'all.